Hi, I'm Pagada12, and today we play with the möbius strip, and this might not look like that at all. But I got the inspiration from Touchdesigner help group, where Dorian wanted to split a torus in a möbius manner, and so I came up with this solution, solving for the SOPs, and then later I play with it and I build this. And here we have three stripes, and each of them are twisted 3 times. And so if we change here, only one, and then we have thickness, and yeah, we build this. It's working very, very smooth, and everything it's done in tops. And we don't use any render. This colors and a little bit of shading, and yeah, everything is done in tops. So yeah, let's build this from scratch. I leave it aside to guide me, and okay, so first I will try to recreate the problem in SOPs. And so let's take torus. Okay, and by default this came with 20 rows and 40 columns. This meaning that I have 20 points in this section circle, and then we have 40 of that circle around. Okay, and let's see the points. So we use chop, SOP to chop. Okay, so here we have the points, and I would like to know how a texture with the same points would look like. Okay, so for that, let's shuffle this, and let's go with 20. Okay, so we shuffle just a second. So split n samples, and then we take the rows. Okay, and we do like that, and we have tx0, tx1, tx2. Obviously we need to reorder the data here by numeric suffix sort, and nothing happened. But the moment we change here the option, then we have tx0, ty0, tz0. So this is what we need. Now let's see chop to top and go for RGB. Okay, now this is actually the texture containing these points, and we can see that by viewing as points. Okay, I don't know if you see on a record, but yeah, there we have some points. What I don't like here is the texture, which looks like it's cutted. Okay, so let's go here, and instead of taking rows, we take columns for the shuffle, and then this looks a little bit broke, as we need to correct again here. So okay, now we're good. So this texture is the same, okay, but it looks much better. So okay, now I would like to see a couple of spheres where I have those points. So I go with the sphere SOP. Okay, like this. I will use a transform to only scale once. So 1 divided by 32 maybe. Okay, and then I use geometry, and I'm taking this texture, but first let's turn on the instancing. I'm taking this texture, R, G, and B. Okay, let's split the screen and see the geometry. Okay, Now we good. We can go a little bit bigger with the spheres. Okay, and I would like to set a certain texture for the colors in order to understand how the points are distributed. Okay, and I do that by taking a rectangle top, and if I connect the input here, it's taking this resolution, so we are good. And I would like to stay here for the pixels, and let's this is 40, so we go with 40 pixels by 1. Okay, not anti-alias, and let's go with the nearest pixels. Okay, and let's make the line red, and then the background white. Okay, and what if I use this texture for the colors? So R, G, and B. Okay, so there I have a red line. It's in the middle. Let's put this bottom. So now it's here, and if we change the center, not in fraction but in pixels, so let's do it again. Yeah, we can offset this line over the torus, and if I take 1 by 40 or 20, it's and instead of center bottom we go left. Okay, now and here on Y, on vertical, we have on columns actually we have each ring in our torus, and we can change the center, and yeah, and this lead me to a conclusion. What if I go with a diagonal line? A diagonal line would be like a möbius cut. Okay, so let's do let's go with 40. Okay, and then in order to make a perfect diagonal, I need to know exactly what's the angle, and since this is a rectangular 2 by 1, okay, so then this angle is arctangent of 1 divided by 2, and yeah, let's take a constant. Okay, and I go with 1 divided by 2, and then I use function. Okay, and I take arctan, and I go with the degrees. So I need 26.57 here. Okay, and now I'm perfect. And yeah, the size should be a bit bigger. So we multiply with 2, and yeah, stay in the center. Okay, and now you see my line. But what if we go a little bit more dense here? So let's go with 40 with 80. Okay, now you see much better. So we need to multiply this. So yeah, let's take the columns here, multiply by 2. Okay, so yeah, we have the möbius line. Okay, and if we make this rectangle thicker, okay, then we we have here the line, but it's a little bit odd here, you know. So this is because we need to color some pixels here in red and here also, since this texture, it's folding like this and then like this, and so the corners are overlapping. Okay, and what I like to do for this case, it's just copy paste this again, and in the center I'll take the fraction and I'll go with -1, and yeah, I need a couple of points there, so and here I go with 1. Okay, and now I can multiply those with the composite. Okay, and yeah, let's go with nearest pixels and take this comp for the colors, and now we solve the issue. Okay, and yeah, we can go as thick as we want. There is a mistake there. Just a second. Yeah, so I need to take this size Y and bind here and also here. Okay, now we can change the thickness and everything goes nice. And yeah, you can go with this method and then cut one of the colors off, and the drawback of this method is this CPU environment, and it's quite slow, and so if I would take 100 with 200, yeah, still there. I had some drops, but this is way far than I would like to. So I'm thinking of 1000 by 2000, and so this would be very, very slow. And I will show you how to make this texture in tops. In just using matte. Okay, and let's leave this aside. Okay, and okay, now I would like to have a look here on the torus, because I want to take some parameters in a constant chop. Okay, so what I have here, it's radius 1, radius 2, so let's have red X, red Y, and this is 1, this is 0.5. Okay, so yeah, the first radius is the radius of this torus, actually, so you see, and the second is the section circle, so like this. Okay, we also need the number of the rows and columns, and so let's go with rows and columns. Okay, and what else? Let's take a look here. Okay, I would like to have a parameter for the count of each stripe, and then maybe the twist one and the thickness. Okay, so let's add here count, and we go with 2, and twist we go with 1, and the thickness is 0.625. Let's go with that. Okay, so we need this, and let's put a null here. Okay, and let's start with a single point. Actually, let's take a constant, not a chop. Instead, we go with constant top. Okay. So I will connect a null here, and I would like to see what I'm doing. And so I copy this geometry and try to use this. So let's go with just one by one. Okay. And let's grab this texture here. Okay, and yeah, we have this error as yeah, we don't need anything for the colors now. Okay, so we have this point here, which is actually in space at the 1 1 1. So x1 y1 z1. Okay, and I would like to build a circle, the section circle first. And I know I need as many points as I have the rows, okay? And so I would start by making a circle starting from point 1 on x-axis, and then with 20 points I need to make a full circle. Okay, so let's take 1 0 0. Okay, so we start from this point, and now I need more than 1 point. I actually need 20. So let's use a fit here, or I don't know, maybe group. So I want to have, instead of 1 pixel to the right, I want to have 20. So I drag the, let's set the rows 20 and columns 40. Let's check again if it's the same as notation as rows, columns, it's double. Okay, we are good. So here we go with 20. Okay. Now, because I have extend repeat, okay, and not 0 or anything else, I have 20 points all the same. So we go with repeat, okay? Now, for those points, I need some different directions around the center. And I can do that using a ramp. So let's use a ramp here. So sorry, okay, a ramp. And let's make this also nearest pixels. Okay, now here we have values from 0 to 1. I would like to have 0 for 0 angle and 1 to make a complete loop, complete circle. Okay, so 1 would be like 360 degrees, and in radians it's 2 pi. Okay, so I need to use a mat here, and let's go with mat.pi multiply by 2. Okay. Now I want to take the sine and cosine of those values. And so I use a function top, okay, and here we go with let me check, it's so the ramp should be 32 mono, okay, this is 32 RGB, okay. Now the function, it's mono as it should be, and this function, it's taking the cosine, okay, and I color this red as the cosine, it's the x value, and then I'll take sine of the same texture, I color green, and both of them we go with radians, okay. And now we have something like this, and yeah, let's put them into a reorder, and this reorder should be 32 RG, and we take input 2 for the green, okay. Now let me move this, actually we do something else here, so we use a select, and we take a look on each texture we want to have a look, okay. So yeah, I would like to see this one, so I'll drag this into this select, and yeah, here I have a circle that I want with 20 points, okay. And now I know that the radius 2, the rad y here, yeah, this one has a radius of 1, and I need a math here, okay. And yeah, this math I will multiply with this second radius, okay. And yeah, we can check again, and it's smaller, it's how it should be. Now I would like to offset the circle, okay, where I have the radius 1, okay. And let's do that by using another mod, and I want to add radius 1, but only for the x-axis. And so here I go and let me check, this is RG, so G, I mask the G, and here either a pre-add or post-add, let's have radius x, okay. Now we did something a little bit wrong, so but it's easy to correct this. So here, instead of grouping to the right, okay, we group to the top, okay. Since yeah, the texture we are looking for, it's landscape, okay, 2 by 1, and this smaller side, it's for the rows, and yeah, everything it's good now. Okay, and if we check this texture now, it's something wrong, maybe. Let me see. Read Y, yes. oh, this ramp. Okay, so this ramp should be vertical. Okay, now we perfect. Okay, and now I would like to rotate this circle. First, I will multiply this circle 40 times, right? The number of columns. And initially the position is the same for all, but then I would like to rotate it along the y-axis, okay? And let's do that, okay? In order to multiply this circle here, I can use a fit here. And this fit would be 40, the number of columns, by the number of rows. Okay. And I would like to take the x coordinates and y coordinates out of this. And you'll see why. I use a reorder and I color this red, since here I'll take the x coordinates. So this should be mono, okay? And here I'll take the green. Okay, and I'll make this green color. Okay. Now I would like to do this the same. So actually we use a ramp in order to get all the directions, okay? So this ramp should be the same resolution, okay? It's a monochrome, okay? And let's see, yeah, this direction for the ramp is good. And now let's do the same like here. So I want to multiply the ramp with 2 pi, and then I'll take the x and y from here, and instead of connecting this value for the y, you see, if I'm looking from the y-axis, now everything I want to rotate, it's happen in the xz plane, okay? And so I would like to take in this texture, make it RGB, okay? And I'll take so set 0 for the green, and I'll take the blue from input 2, okay? Let me check. What's the error? Okay, so input 3. Now we're good. Let's make some space. And so what I have here is actually, let's see what I have here. I have the points for the tube that I want to build, okay? And for each point I need to add the section sphere, okay? And the trick here is this x coordinates, it's giving me also the length for each point on a circle section. It's the distance from the y-axis, okay? And so if I multiply what I have here in this texture with everything, it's radius 1 here, okay? If I multiply with this texture, let's see what happened. So multiply. Let's have a look. So you see, it's like I already have the torus, right? But all the points are in XZ plane. What I need here is use add, okay, and I want to add here. Let's switch them, okay, but let me check. So this is mono. This add should be, oh, you know what? Let's connect it. Okay, so it's a little bit wrong now. So I'm adding the y coordinates of the section sphere for each of my points, but that should happen only for y axis. So in this add, we go and mask the red and the blue. Okay, this is our torus. So okay, we don't need this. Okay, so we can go now way much dense than 20 with 40. But first, let's change this sphere a little bit. So we use polygon and detail maybe 4. Okay, and yeah, let's use something like 100 by 200. Okay, and let's make the spheres way smaller, 64 maybe. Okay, so this is nice, and now let's build that diagonal texture. Okay, and yeah, actually this diagonal line, it's the same as here. Let me, okay, and this is working, but I found another way of doing this, which is 10 times better, and it's much simpler, I believe. So it's based on this trick. Here I rotate the line, okay, to close the loop for the möbius. What if instead of rotating the line, I would displace my UV position, my points position? Okay, so this texture. Now let's do that. So I want to displace this to match the diagonal. Okay, and for this I use a ramp. So let's go with here it's view. Okay, let's go with the columns number for the resolution X. Here it's 1. Okay, and this should be 32 mono, and we good. And now let's use a displace. Okay, and here, so we don't need horizontal. Okay, so vertical, we take the red, and this is 0, this is 0, and this is 0.5. Okay, with minus. Okay, something like that. Nothing change, you see. So actually it is changing. Just a second. Not hold here, so it's repeat. Okay, now we good. Okay, so let's turn this off again. Okay. Now, in order to cut a möbius half of this, I go with a rectangular shape, so rectangle, and for the size, I go with fraction. It's 1 for horizontal, and here let's go with thickness. Okay, and bottom. Okay, and now I multiply with my displaced texture. Okay, and yeah, I have something. Let me check, because here we don't need anti-allies. Okay, now it's good. So yeah, we have a möbius cut around the torus. Okay, and if we go with the transform here, okay, and we transform on y-axis by 1 divided by count, okay, and let's go with 0 here, and tile repeat. And so now again yeah, nearest pixels works best for this case. So let's make sure all of them are like this. So yeah, we have 2 stripes now. Okay, if we modify the count, we get 3, 4, and so on. And yeah, this is it. Now, if we increase even more the count, let's go with 256 by 512. Okay, now we have a drop here, a significant drop, as yeah, those are spheres. Okay, what if instead of spheres we go with boxes? Now the 60 fps is back. Okay, okay, and what I find is the box goes with 1 million of points, and if we go as crazy as 512 by 1024, everything it's good, and yeah, we have this. Now you can see those small boxes, and this is because we need to place each box oriented to the normal of this shape. Okay, and so yeah, we do that a little bit later, but right now I want to show you something that supports 2 million of points, and that is point sprite. So let's add a point and then convert, and convert to point particle per point, and we go with render as point sprites here. Okay, now let's connect this, and we use a material, point sprite material. So we go here for the render. Okay, and yeah, let's go crazy as 1024 by, okay. So now we have 2 millions, and from a certain distance you can't notice, okay? And let's make some colors. This time, as I did the displacement here, now it's much more easy to work on some areas which are rectangulars, okay, like here. So each rectangle, here I have 7, okay, the rectangle meaning the white and the black, okay, it's taking care of one band, okay. And if I'm building a texture with noise, and I go with 1 here and 7, or the number of the count actually, let's take it, okay. Let's make this color, okay. I have those colors, and yeah, let's make this crazy pink, and also here a null and a fit with fill and nearest pixels, also of resolution, columns by rows, okay. Let's make this pink and use the texture for the color. Okay. Now you see, if I get closer, I can see the points, and you can use either the constant point scale and make it a little bit bigger, or you can use point scale attenuation, and yeah, it's much better. So now you can get closer as this, okay, which might be good enough for what you need. And now the colors are just too bright, because it's only a constant color, okay. So in order to see some shading, okay, we need to find out the normal of this this shape, which is similar either with thickness 1 or 0.1. So you see, is the same torus, and now I need to find to build a texture for the normals, okay. But that it's already very easy, as if I subtract from this texture where I have my points, I subtract the center of the section circles, which is right here, okay. So let's take this into a select, okay, and with subtract, okay. So now I have my normals. So out of here I can use monochrome, and I'll multiply this texture either with this fit, but yeah, this fit we don't need it right now, because I will go here and set my, like this, set this texture to 32 RGB, and I'll take nearest pixels, okay. So now it's like I multiply this with this, okay. So we don't need the fit anymore, and immediately you see that we have something like shading, okay. So upper side it's brighter, okay. Now this normal, it's not the length of 1. So I would like to normalize this vector. Okay, so I'll put null here, and collapse selected, and this is for normalizing. Okay, so we use a mod, and we go with the length masked alpha 32 mono, and here it's composite. So we divide the vectors with their lengths. Okay, so they will become 1, and so divide, and here we go with input 1. So now the light, it's much better. Okay, now let's open this. Okay, now you see it's very dark here down. Okay, and what we can do is I don't know, maybe multiply here with 2, or what value you find that it's looking better, or you can go with normal space for the normals here, and let's use mod and rearrange this into 0, 1. So we do -1, and this is -1 to 0. Okay, so yeah, now you have a different lighting. Okay, and yeah, this was my technique for doing the Möbius stripe. And now I'm thinking how can I go back to boxes, or maybe a grid. And once we instance a box and use the normal, because we have the normal now, I expect to get some smooth surface. Okay, so let's do that. Just for this, we lower a little bit. Oh, we go like that. Let's see. So let's connect the boxes. Okay, now you can't see because it's a constant color, but let's use fong. Okay, okay, and yeah, you see those corners, and obviously the size has to be way smaller. Now I would like to split my screen. Now, yeah, base 1, and here it's out 1. Okay, so we don't split the screen, and let's use here base 1 / out 1. Okay, and RGB. Yeah, here it's Z. Okay, now you notice the surface, it's super smooth now. Okay, so actually I use this texture out 1 from the base 1, which is normalizing my normals, and yeah, everything it's good, and it's looking super nice, but we don't need a box. Actually, we need a grid. So let's let's use a grid. Okay, and the grid is on Z oriented, and we use it here. And yeah. Oh, so I will pause. I just did a stupid mistake, because my grid has 400 points, so way much bigger than my box. Now I'm good, so I can press play again. Okay. Yeah, and this is working very fast. So, oh, the twist. Let's solve the twist. I forgot about it. So the twist here. So let's have this, because we need to drag the twist value. The twist value, let's set to 1 first. It goes here in this place. Okay, so I drag the twist here, and I multiply minus 0.5 with it. Okay, like this. So I have 1 twist now for each of my bands. Okay, so let's go 1 more, and so on. You notice there are only 2 colors, as yeah, we have only 2 bands, and we can go crazy with the count now. And yeah, this was my tutorial, and I really hope you like this, and thank you so much for watching it. And yeah, you can support me on Patreon, helping me out research another techniques to use them in tops, as I believe this is a truly visual way of programming. Thank you so much. I want to give special thanks to my patrons, and see you next time.